Ah, there we go. You'll feel like you've been here for a while to only collect 3 Jiggies, but Clankers Cavern, to me, it's smaller in size than Treasure Trove, but it does take longer to get the Jiggies for whatever reason. Probably because of how much time you got to spend under the water, getting Clanker free and all that junk. But alright, now if I remember what Clanker said, actually I'm going to come check out here first. I'm going to work my way to the front of his mouth. That's one thing that's nice, is you can always collect Jiggies while you're on your way to collect Jiggies in this game, especially if you know what you're doing. But jump pad, let's see where it goes. This part's easy enough. There's not a lot you want up here, but there are like 2 or 3 notes, which again, if you're going for 100% completion or need notes to open up the note doors, they are vital. A lot of these, gold feathers, red feathers, eggs. Gold feathers are invaluable, but that's about it. And then they give you a free life for shits and giggles, but I'm at 8 now. And once I hit 100 notes on this level, I'll be at 9 lives. And 9 lives is the maximum you can get. And then once I turn the Xbox off, you can tell when I start a new session, because pick up these notes while I'm here. Once I start a new session, I'll be back down to 3 lives. So collecting lives doesn't really mean a lot. Even if you run out, I think it just makes you start back at Spiral Mountain. It doesn't reset like where you are on the level or anything. So, yeah, running out of lives is not a big deal, and you shouldn't have to worry about that, especially until later in the game. But you free Clanker's teeth up by shooting eggs at him. And he leaves a surprise inside. On one side, we will find a Mambo Skull. However, I don't want just a Mambo Skull Clanker. I think I earn more than that. So he leaves us something else over here on the other side. And the only way to get here is going through the tooth. You cannot be inside him and then do that. But there we go. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. And we're off. And now we're actually inside Clanker. Isn't that neat? I guess, like, we went inside Nipper's shell. Darn it. He can hurt me even when he's upside down. We went inside Nipper's shell earlier, but that one, I'm in a giant metal shark, and that's really badass to me. Come up here, collect the notes on the side. It's the obvious. Oh god, I missed one. I missed 2. Slacking off. Alright. Anyways, collect all the notes on the outside. And let's head into Clanker. See what we got in here. Got a couple tentacles. Okay, Clanker, you should probably get yourself checked out. I don't think this is what should be growing inside of a giant metal shark, but who am I to judge? And it appears as if we have some rings. Let's go. You start the rings start a timer. The timer is a race to get, well, through all the rings, naturally. At the end, it will raise the water up for you, and it will leave a Jiggy waiting for you. It's, I don't know, this is easily the hardest time thing. Wow, okay. It's the hardest time thing so far, especially if you're going to be getting hit by tentacles and stuff, but this is by no means hard. I mean, sometimes I have to do it twice, but for example, I think I'm almost out of ring. Oh god. Yeah. I messed up a lot in this one. I got hit by the tentacle, and that took a lot of time away from me, and I'm still going to have, I mean, you know, about 8 seconds to spare, so take your time, don't get hit with anything, and well, 10 seconds to spare, actually. But take your time, don't get hit with anything, and this race is not a big deal at all. And that will let you up here. Now, one thing that's going to be weird is if you try to come right up next to it, if you'll see it's kind of the slant, if you try to come right up next to it, it won't let you jump as high as you need to. So what you got to do if you want to get up to this Jiggy is just back off and then fly up there. And even then, you could still barely make it. I don't know why they made that hard, but they did, so oh well. Now I'm going to go ahead and take one of my exits now. Just because, why not? And there's some notes. A guy with, I mean, you know, all that honeycomb guy, as we know him. And then you want to venture down here into the depths. There's one tentacle. It shouldn't mesh up too bad as long as you stay away from it. And there you go. In case you're not playing through the game with me and you're just wondering, I tap X to swim with Kazooie's wings, and then I hold A if I want to just kick my feet with Banjo. So to kick your feet with Banjo, it's slower but more precise. And then the swimming takes a while to figure out in this game, especially if you're trying to do it fast, but the whole swimming with Kazooie thing is, it's definitely faster. I don't know. Anyways, we're off. So, I hear a Jinjo whistling, but first I'm going to check here. There's a Jinjo down here. You can slide down that pipe if you want to, but all there are down there is like eggs and stuff, so I don't really need those. There's no notes or anything for me in there. So I'm going to come down here, get all the notes, and then I'm going to come check this out. And over here, you'll see we find our last honeycomb piece. Again, another thing you don't want to miss, honeycomb pieces are invaluable because, well, they refill your honeycomb meter, and then they give you an extra life. And extra lives, like I said before, are always nice. But I'm not quite done with that jump pad yet. I came up here the first time, I went to the left, and I got to swim over here, wait for Clanker. Again, Clanker floats up and down, so sometimes you got to wait for him. And booyah! We're heading to the right this time, and over here we will find more notes that are easy to miss and that we need. Along with that, a Mambo head. Kind of nice of them to leave a Mambo head for me over here. Some eggs if you need them, which I don't. But there's one part of Clanker we left alone earlier. One part I haven't explored yet, and that's, darn it, couldn't get my jump off before he went underwater. Oh well. That is the front of Clanker. What is at the front of old Clanky Wanky here? Well, first of all, he's got a screw that he shoots out of the top of his head. I don't know, wait. See, does this technically make Clanker a whale? He's got shark teeth, but he breathes out of the top of his head. Does that make him a whale? I don't think so, but... oh well, moving on over here. Up at the top of Clanker, he shoots a screw, takes you up to a platform. Platform's got notes, and voila, another Jiggy you need. So yeah, there is a Jiggy at either side of the level waiting in a tiny window area for you. You can see the other one's a little bit lower, but yeah. So I'm going to come back down here, land back on Clanker, using Kazooie's glide to make me land safely. And let's check out what's in Clanker's hole, not to be completely dirty. Oop. Oh, there we go. We got a grunny swish right here. Makes our eyes pop up. We got a couple saw blades, so let's try to avoid these, as I'm doing a very poor job of. Oh god, it's going to kill me. Yep, gonna die to the saw blades, but there's notes in here. Wow, I wish there was something that would make that easier. Anyways, at the end of the saw blades, we have a puzzle piece. And then if you fall down here with me, we're back into this room. This is the ring room that we went through already. And on it is a flight pad. So yeah, if you haven't done the rings yet, but you do come through here, that's totally fine because the flight pad will still be there. And then you can reach this section even before you do the ring stuff, so that's kind of nice. But I'm going to collect this gold feather, because like I said... actually, I'm going to leave that one there. And that'll be explained later. But, holy crap, really fast saw blades. I hope I don't have to go through these again. I couldn't make it past the slow ones. Couldn't make it past the slow ones. This move uses Biko's wings as a shield against the bad guy. You're damn right it makes you invulnerable. Hold the right or left trigger and push right on the right stick. Blah, blah, blah. We only have, well, 10 feathers. We can only carry 10 gold feathers, but it does make us invulnerable while we use them. And there we go. Well, yeah, that's another nice thing about bottles, is if you're low on energy and then you learn a new move, he'll fill it up, he'll fill your energy up for you, so always look out for bottles like that. But yeah, we now have invincibility feathers, so if we bend down, push up on the right stick, or push right on the right stick, Kazooie comes out. We have gold feathers, we lose them every second or two, closer to 2 seconds, I guess, but I can run through these things without worry. To the side where the Jiggy is. Now, I'm going to be kind of crafty here on my way back. I have 10 feathers, which is all that I can carry. If I was to pick up that gold feather, nothing would happen. The gold feather would go away, I would still only have 10 gold feathers. So, I'm going to start, lose a feather, and then pick that feather up and move on. I'm being a sneaky beaver when I do that. I get another gold feather is basically all it boils down to. That's also why I left a gold feather out here, because this move is really useful. I left a gold feather out here so I can have 10 gold feathers later on. And I have no idea how many Jiggies I'm at. Let's check. Let's check the old totals. I have 95 notes, I'm 5 short. I have 8 out of 10 Jiggies. I wonder what I'm missing. Oh well, there are 5 more notes down here. So I'm going to proceed to pick up the last of my notes. I do not believe I've found all the Jinjos yet, and I know where the last one is. Okay, I know where all my... alright. Good to go. So I found all the notes in this world. There was the last 100. So, one thing I have not checked out is these tubes. I checked out the one tube with the mutants in it, and that's been it so far. So, let's swim on through here and see what we got. This is a big horseshoe tube. I'm going to swim through there, get myself the last Jinjo, who has been drowning in a tube for years. I guess along with the green one at the very bottom by Clanker. And then there's one more other tube I gotta get to. This next one is not a horseshoe tube, and it's in fact so precise with how fast you gotta be. Oops. I'm actually gonna go up for air before I head back down into it. This is a tube I take it back. It is a horseshoe tube, but there's a fence at the other side. There's a gate. It will not let you through. It's also where the puzzle piece is. So, you gotta swim through here and you gotta be quick about it. I would not recommend ever using Banjo's little kick thing unless you are using it to turn around up here. And yeah, you got to be quick. I think I'm going to come out of this with maybe 2 little air bubbles left. And that's 1 probably, but maybe 2. And that's not a lot of room for air. So if you get stuck on a wall or something on your way into the puzzle piece, you just turn around, come out, and then try it again. Because there is absolutely no reason for... Oh, I had 3. Well, we'll see what happens when I get to the top. Yep, 2. Yeah, absolutely no reason for you to die on something as petty as that. Anyways, the rest of this level appears to be... It's just going to be me swimming out of Clankers Cavern. So I'm going to cut until I get to the next spot I want to be at, and I will see you guys there. Okay, so there you have it. That was Clankers Cavern. I'm going to go ahead and take a look to view my totals now, just to see what's going on. Yeah, if you come in here to this fancy little view totals option, it shows you where you're at in the beginning. So Grunny's Lair. I've been in Grunny's Lair for a total of 9 minutes. I've picked up 3 jiggies, and there are no notes or honeycomb pieces in Grunny's Lair. Honeycomb pieces cross-eyed. I guess so were the notes, but... Mambo's Mountain. I was in Mambo's Mountain for 12 minutes. 10 jiggies, 100 notes, everything collected. This is a good thing to just go and check back in case you were in a level and you thought you got everything, but you didn't. Treasure Trove Clove cleared in 20 minutes. Clankers I actually did faster. That's rare for me. Usually I do Treasure Trove faster than Clankers, but I guess it varies. So there you go. Anyways, we hit that one already. I think I do that out of instinct when I see them, but yeah, you hit that thing over there, as I did before I went into Clankers. You can wait till after, it doesn't matter. And it opens up a pipe up here, so I'm going to go see what's up here. Big green slug thing. And Bruntilda, what's up? What up, chick? Grunty wears a flea circus under that repulsive dress of hers. God, that's like worse than crabs, I'd imagine. It's awful. She also has this nasty pet dog whose name is Ripper. I'm not going to get away without pointing it out, but sometimes her dog's name can be Big Naka, and that's hilarious. And you will fail on that, I'll bet. Grunty's a rhymer. Anyways, back to Bruntilda stuff. My sister sings in her own band, Grunty and the Broomstick Boys. They're awful. I will take your word for it. Yeah, these answers can change. These answers do change by level. If you play through Banjo Kazooie once, and then you go out and you play through Banjo Kazooie again, the answers will be different. Maybe not all of them, but most of the answers will be different. As I just said here, her dog's name in this one is Ripper, which I will need to remember, but sometimes her dog can be named Big Naka. She can sing in other bands. She can have things other than a flea circus, God, under her repulsive dress. Yeah, there's a lot of variables in that. That's why you want to write them down, because they are specific to your game. It's not specific. It's not specific to the game file. It's just completely randomized every time you start over. So be wary of that. Right trigger, and we fill out the next freaking puzzle. And thus opens. I compared this to Super Mario 64 before, because that's what everyone's going to think of, because you had to fill up, or you had to get the things open, and then you could jump into the paintings, but then this is a very similar style to it. Like I said before, when people talk about this game and Super Mario, especially in my opinion, but in a lot of people who reviewed this game's opinion, it is Super Mario. It is smaller than Super Mario, but a lot of people rate this game as better than Super Mario. Nothing in me when I played Super Mario 64 wanted to clear out every single star in the game. And that could have been because of how long it was. That could be because some of the stars that they want you to get are extremely annoying. But whenever I play through this game, every single time I do 100%. I actually have no idea how fast I could beat this game if I didn't shoot for 100%. I don't think I've ever tried. And yeah, this game is relatively easy, especially in certain parts, but I don't know, I find this game to be very fun. It's something I can always play and relax to, and that's always nice. That fish will kill you, but there's no point in going in that water, because there's just red feathers down there. Bruntilda, what up? We're gonna go talk to her, see what's up. My lazy sister often sleeps in a dumpster. The dirty hag. I don't know if I've ever heard that one. Tootie's fate is looking grim. It's because her brother's dim. Good one, Grunny. Anyways, the only thing she's ever won was the dirtiest undies competition at which... Oh, God, she's got the dirtiest undies and a flea circus under there. The thoughts. Anyways, she often boasts of appearing on the cover of Fat Hag Monthly, posing in her long johns. Well, that... Ew, still, but I guess that's the best possible outcome. I don't know. I don't want to think of Grunny on Fat Hag Monthly. So, I know what you're thinking. Wow, 2 Bruntildas in a row? That's cool. We probably won't see her for a while. You were completely incorrect. Bruntilda's right in this pipe. My fat old sister's favorite sport is loogie flicking. Yeah, that sounds about right. Although she's dim, she attended St. Dungball's School. That's neat. You won't believe that Gruntilda's party trick is eating a bucket of beans. Ah, Grunny, you're gonna have the shits later. That's not gonna be good at all. There's some stuff in there, but that is to come later. Alright, so I tell you what, I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox here. And I will explain to you why I'm doing it later. Actually, no, this needs to be done now. I gotta do this first.